I know we're talking about like sweetening the deal here. And I want to talk about employee retention, because that's another problem that is sort of facing the labor market today. Is they're calling it like the great reshuffling, my wife keeps telling me, or what was that, the great resignation or whatever.
Mhm.
So once say we're past that point, right? We've hired a new employee, we've sort of improved, we've sweetened the pot for them. What can business owners do to improve their odds of retaining that employee for hopefully years to come?
Mhm. Well, we've got to stay on top of where wages are at. And I've worked with clients that we've gone through this wage assessment over the past couple of years, and we've made multiple changes to that. So where we may have topped out at $30 an hour 2 years ago, maybe now that's 45 an hour, right? So always staying on top of that and making certain that we've got those wages at each level where they need to be at. But I think a lot of it boils down to communication. Um, the number one failure in most relationships has to do with the lack of communication or some sort of communication, right? And we're in a relationship with our employees here. We're in this relationship. So what does that communication look like from ownership or management to that employee? What are they doing well? What are we working on? And so what we recommend is moving away from the old school traditional way of giving an employee an increase of pay, which is, you've been here for another year. Let's do your annual review. We'll sit down, and there's this, this expectation that employee goes in there going, okay, I'm going to get a raise because I've been here another year, right? And so, oh yeah, you've been here another year. Here's a couple more dollars. Thanks for being here a year, and we'll talk again in another year. We can't do that. We can't do that at all. We've got to improve the communication, and so moving away from this annual review to we're only really getting together once a year to review how you're doing. Why can't we do that multiple times in a month? And so I strongly encourage everyone to do what we refer to as one-on-ones. And this doesn't have to be a huge drawn out long meeting, but what are we going to work on? And if we do it a couple times a month, what are we going to work on for the next couple of weeks? Where are you at? How can I help you? Here's what we need to do. We got X, Y, and Z to get you up from level 2 to a level 3. So, hey, we've got a couple weeks. How can I support you? How can I help you? And what are you going to be working on? And we'll come back in another couple weeks and do some follow up. What are some of the things that you're doing to progress yourself? Keeping and improving communication and making that continual communication, and really and I said this earlier, but we got to grab their hands. We have to pull them through this. We have to pull them through this. Then not everybody is a self-starter and is just going to get a hold of things and they're just going to take off. Sometimes there's good individuals that need to be we need to pull them up through this process. So once we've got that employee, we need to make sure that communication is at a peak, and that we've got these dedicated one-on-one meetings happening at minimum once a month, if not a couple times a month, 10 to 15 minutes, just to review how things have been going. And what are you working on? How can we help you get up to the next level? And to back all this, BDR recommends moving away from again, the traditional annual reviews, but going to what we refer to as an achievement-based pay. So, really spelling it out. That's part of that career path that we lay out for technicians and installers. Here are the achievements that need to be had. Once you have these achievements, you move up to the next level. And then we state what that pay scales look like. So they understand fully and completely that, and I don't want to say we're putting the ball in their court, but we are, in a sense, that that it's on them to get these things done. Now we work with them, month by monthly to help and assist them in getting these achievements fulfilled so that they can move up. But again, moving away from the old annual anniversary meeting, and then the employee just arbitrarily thinks because I've been here a year, I get another couple bucks. Well, yeah, but you were horrible for the past year, so but they think they've been here another year, so here's a couple bucks. But um, moving to that achievement based way of paying, really spelling it out as to what they need to do, over time to get an advance in their pay, to get to the next subsequent levels, and then again improving the communication and working with them constantly over time to help them